Yo, what's up? It's your girl Maserati Money. You know what I'm talking about? I'm here with the big U. Period. Feel me? You, what's up? Real nigga, what's up?
Hey.
West side, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this man is one of the top dogs. I'm not sitting here with me. Looking like a real sweet guy, but low key a beast. Period. You feel me?
No beast.
She was
Low key a beast.
low key beastie. No, high key. Period.
High key, okay.
How did that come to be? Were you always just like a leader growing up?
No, I was actually a student of the. I was a student of the streets.
A student of the streets.
I
You
was a
say
student of the
that
streets.
meaning
I had big homeboys. Well, actually, after being incarcerated and locked up for a long time, I returned back to society and
decided to
do for my community.
definitely, and you're definitely doing that. You have this football league, which is awesome that you're doing for the kids. What's the name of the team?
Crenshaw Coats.
Crenshaw Coats. Okay.
And then I have a nonprofit organization that's developing options. We do a lot of community work. You know what I mean? We do a charity benefit every year.
Which is really, really big because you gather all of the hottest artists from all over together to perform, you know.
Yeah.
And when you collect the money, what do you do with it?
We make donations to different charities, but our primary goal is to try to enhance the awareness of healthy living and healthy eating. Our last year's sponsor was diabetes and lupus.
Diabetes.
Snoop helped us out on that one.
That was big. That's awesome. Yeah.
So we've been soliciting a lot of different artists, but it's been kind of difficult to get the artists to come out.
Why do you think it's difficult? Timing or the people or the...
Well, I don't know if it's timing or if it's more of the young artists don't really get it.
They don't get the purpose of the event.
Young artists don't actually really get giving back. It's more of if you ask a young artist to give you to buy a truck that can feed 400 people,
right?
And you got trucks that what we do is, let me show you how we do. One of the things we do is we do a truck buy,
right?
And the trucks cost roughly $9,000, right? And
right.
So we match the funds. If an artist want to put in $4,500, I'll put in $4,500. We buy the truck. We can take the truck to feed 400 people. Now we do it through Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
So any artist can put in. But if you ask the artist to do it, they don't understand it.
But this is young artists nowadays. Like
Snoop did it, Ludacris did it, Lupe Fiasco did it, Shaquille O'Neal did it, a couple different artists did it.
So you've reached to the younger artists like the Jerkin and all of them. They're not really...
Not the Jerks.
Do you think they're making enough money to even
I mean, if you can go spend in the club $4,000 a night, $10,000, $15,000 a night, and buying bottles. You buying bottles for $500-$600, and you can't help the community. I find it to be atrocious.
I think
in LA and where we come from, what I find is that black artists don't give black organizations a chance to be successful.
Right.
And that's an experience that we deal with because I think most people are almost shocked when they see my paperwork,
right.
When they see how professional we are and the way we move and things that we do.
Why do you think they will be shocked?
It's just every time I send somebody a one sheet or I send somebody, they're shocked at the professionalism of like, wow, like you can read or we
oh yeah,
like we are able of putting together a business plan or business proposal.
Right.
But what I find is that because you have European organizations or whatever organizations that basically they can come into our community and say they're doing something for our community, right. And then our performers will jump immediately
on
because
that.
It's a white organization asking them to do it. If I ask them to do it, or their mother or somebody else is a part of a different organization ask them, they see it as a competitive move, or why can't I do that? Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to do that myself.
Right.
When it should be looked at differently.
Right.
If you got somebody that's from your community that's trying to do something, My main motivation is the fact that I came from the Crenshaw
District.
and I may have I was a negative force in that community at one point. So my drive is to be known as a positive force.
Right.
I didn't stop calling myself Big U for a reason, because I wanted kids to know that it wasn't actually the name, it was the choices I made as Big U.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't Big U that was tearing the streets up. It was the decisions I made as a youngster to do things, you know, that were counterproductive to
right. But you know what? You live, you learn, and you're now older, and you're doing a positive thing for the young adults that grew up in your area, and also influencing, you know, further out your community for people to come in and, you know, you can make a change. You can be different.
I mean,
which is awesome. Because we
like
know you came a long way. You've been through some things. You came a long way. Period. But you know what? The stories I've heard previously and all that you were
they may be true.
That you were just this hawk and this monster, you know, but you know what? I didn't see that. I didn't even know this was the Big U when I first met him, because he was so nice and polite and courteous and all those awesome things. And what do you think is the biggest misconception people got?
To be honest, I don't think it's no misconceptions. I mean, I really was what I was.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is people still want to remember
that
the things that I was doing when I was
younger.
You know, 13, 14, up through my 20s, and I don't actually move in that manner.
Right.
But I will still tap that ass.
Say that part, okay? But we're not on that right now. You're on a bigger, better, on a whole nother level.
It's I mean, I'm gonna always be what I want to always do is be real with people, young people, older people, just in the fact that America is America. Right. America will discipline you if you get out of line. Right. If I feel you get out of line with me, I'm gonna discipline you the same.
Okay.
I didn't know Martin Luther King until I studied Martin Luther King.
Right.
So I'm gonna turn the other cheek. But if you even attempt to slap it, when they come back around,
you better be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's
I don't want you slapping me, hurting me, or doing nothing to me, especially if I have no intention of doing nothing to you. Exactly. But with that said, I'm a proponent of education.
Okay.
And not miseducation.
Right.
And miseducation would mean that me telling a young black man that you're not going to have challenges, that you're not going to be up against
struggles, obstacles,
just from being who you are.
Right.
I was having a conversation with one of my compadres, and we were talking about fairness in business practices being an African American man, right, as opposed to being a young Jewish boy, or opposed to being a white or Hispanic.
Right.
And I was letting, and it's still, I'm of the same opinion that the deck is stacked against us. Even though in this era, we live in an era with more wealthy. This is probably the most dominant era of black millionaires than we've ever seen.
Right.
I mean, but it's more millionaires, period.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that only means that the economy is adjusted to the fact that, well, being a millionaire doesn't mean what it used to mean back then. So, you got to take me, for instance. I come from South Central LA. My father wasn't around. My mother primarily raised us, me and my sisters and my brother. Mm-hmm. I went to the streets early. Right. Shot 6 different times, all different times. Came up hustling, you know what I mean? Did the street thing. Got most of my formal education while incarcerated. But I took that, and I'm trying to, you know, help kids make a better choice and a different choice.
Definitely.
And that's a struggle even of itself, because to do that, kids look up to other people.
Right.
Our kids look up to people they see as being successful. And when I try to bring them people into the community to have the kids be able to touch somebody, meet a doctor, meet an athlete, that's what's important, right, to me. the music, I love music.
Definitely.
I grew up in music. I grew up in entertainment, and it's always a passion of mine. And you know what I'm saying, to be successful in that. But giving back is
right. So you also got your unique music.
Right. Yeah, that's we're a force. We're a force on the West Coast.
Yeah, but you coming from where you're coming from, you know, from the streets of LA, hard life, and you made it this far.
How can you?
Through this tough life, you feel me? I have to toast it up to you because, you know, you were once that bad boy doing bad things, making the wrong decisions, you know, living that street life, but you turned it all around into a positive thing. You're giving back to the community. You got your unique music popping off, and you're just trying to show people that you made big changes in your life. And if those who are still now living that life, you know.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said it in the way you said it. I think I'm more of anything. I'm the epitome of you can't say you can't make it.
Period. Because you made it. I mean, as much as you've been through, and the West Side and the side that you did come through, and we all know your side is the most popular. Yeah, that part in the world. Period. When it comes to LA, they're thinking about your part of the city. Right. You feel me? So,
I got a homeboy that's on death row that's coming up for execution within the next couple of months.
I really want to toast it up with him before he goes, and just so he can.
Well, his name is Lil Fee.
Lil Fee.
His name is Lil Fee. Call him Taekwon Cox. You can pull up his case. And he was a dear friend of mine. He was really instrumental in my change too, in the epic change I made from being just straight in the streets. When he was I think he was right on his 5th year on death row after he had stabbed up Tookie. He was in a shoe. He came out the first time he came out the shoe. He was imploring me to read these books.
Right.
And he had got me to read Malcolm X autobiography and some other books. And that was really when I changed. That was really when I cut my hair. That was like 89. And a lot of you guys weren't even born if you look at this computer. But at that time, we called ourselves the Pistoleros.
Wow, the Pistoleros, okay? Sound dangerous.
We was basically toting them, and you know what I mean. And well, I think my name and reputation came because I wasn't really a drug dealer. I was more of a, robbing and kidnapping. That was what we did. We robbed the drug dealers, and we robbed whoever it is.
Who was against you? Yeah.
Period. And but he's coming up for execution, and it's he's been on death row for now 20-some years, maybe 25 years.
That's crazy.
But he's not the same person he was when.
And do you think that's fair? Like knowing that he's been in there for 20 years, and I'm pretty sure they've seen the changes within him. I don't think it's fair to still push him to be executed, and they see he's changed and he's not the same no more. Like, I don't think he deserves it.
I think it's definitely something wrong with our system that would have somebody, because you're not actually. I mean, if the death penalty means that you're punishing a person or you prevent this person from committing a crime ever again, if you're locking a person up to prevent them from committing a crime and punishment in America is funny because
that part.
I guess that means that the interview is over.
Time is up.
We're going to set it up for next time.
Yes, I'm definitely going to keep y'all updated. Part 2, me and Big U, one-on-one, really getting to know him and where he's coming from and definitely where he's going. You understand? This is Big U. He's on a mission.
Take you to the hood.
Period. And further and beyond. To the hills, the mansions. You feel me? So, yeah, y'all stay tuned. It's your girl, Maserati Money, and Big U. We'll be back again with some more of his, story and lifestyle. Period. West Side. Make sure y'all stay tuned because, part 2 coming soon. Period. Toast it up.